Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hayyin Nisriaini. I come from International Program of Accounting in Muhammadiyah University of Yogyakarta. I will move to the next chapter for the presentation assignment. Chapter 3 is about financial accounting, pure public organization, financial statement, government. Let's move to the presentation. Financial statement of public sector organization are the output of the public sector financial accounting process. This is serve to provide a basis for consideration for decision making, and it's a tool to realize compliance and stewardship, implement public sector accountability, and retrospective reporting. Next is the purpose of public sector organization financial report. There is some purpose. The first one is provide useful information for provider and prospective provider of research. The second one is providing information to help provider and potential research provider. The third one is provide information that is useful for provider and prospective providers of research. The fourth is provide information about economic research, obligation, and the net asset of the organization. And the next is provide explanation and interpretation to assist user in understanding the financial information provided. The next is government accounting. Government accounting system are based on the constitution and laws and regulation that apply to the country. And in this chapter, the government accounting system in Indonesia is divided into two. The first is central government and local government accounting system, and the second one is village accounting system. The division above is based on constitutional foundation that is the basis for the implementing the accounting system in each organization that makes the different characteristic and scope of accounting. The next is central government and regional government accounting. The legal basis of the government accounting system in Indonesia is Law Number 17 of 2003 concerning state finance, which states that the accountability report of the implementation of APBN and EPBD in the form of financial statement must be prepared and presented in accordance with government accounting standard. Based on government regulation number 17.1 of 2010 concerning government accounting standard, it was determined that the government financial statement consists of budget implementation report, financial report, and notes to financial statement. For the budget implementation report consists of a budget realization report and over budget balance change report. And the second, for the financial report, consists of balance sheet, operational report, equity change report, and cash flow statement. And the last is note to the financial statement, a report that specify or further explain the report on the implementation of the budget and financial statement, and are reports that are not separated from the budget implementation report or financial report. Budget realization report presenting in an overview of source, allocation, and use of financial resource managed by the central or regional government, which describe the comparison between the budget and its realization in one reporting period. And the element covered directly by the budget realization report consists of income LRA, spending, transfer, and financing. Report on change in budget balance more, presenting information on the increase or decrease of budget balance over the reporting year compared to the previous year. And the next is balance sheet. Describe the financial position of an entity reporting an asset, liabilities, and equity fund on a specific date. For operational report presenting an overview of economic resource that increase equity and their use that is managed by the central or regional government for governance activity in one reporting period. The element covered directly in the operational report consists of income LO, expense, transfer, and extraordinary item. The next is cash flow statement. The cash flow statement presents cash information related to operating, investment, funding, and transactional activity which describe the initial balance, receipt, expenditure, and final balance of cash of the central or regional government during a certain period. And the next is note to financial statement. Include narrative explanation or details of the number list in the budget realization report, SAL change report, operational report, change in equity report, balance sheet, and cash flow report. For the notes to financial statement, present the following. The first one is disclose the general information about reporting entities and accounting entities. The second one is present information about financial and macroeconomic policies. The third is the presentation of financial target. The fourth is present information on the basis for preparing financial statement and accounting policies. And the next is present detail and description in each post. The next is disclose information required by government accounting standard, and the next is provide other information need for a reasonable presentation. And the last is format of financial record and report. There is 8 chapter. The first chapter is about preliminary. The second chapter is macroeconomy. The third chapter is overview of achievement of fiscal and monetary performance. And the next chapter is overview of performance of the reporting entity. The chapter 5 is accounting policies, and the next chapter is explanation of account of financial statement, and the next chapter is explanation for non-financial information, and for the chapter 8 is non-financial information, and the next is cover. The next is stage of village accounting development. The first one is Minister of Home Affairs Regulation number 113 2014 concerning guidelines for village financial management is the beginning of the construction of the village accounting system. And accounting technique chosen in the regulation is relatively simple. The accounting base used in the cash basis, and village bookkeeping is done with a single entry system. And the main recording facility is a general cash book that serves to record all cash receipt and disbursement transaction, and then to select the details of the receipt and expenditure transaction based on the type of activity. It is made an activity cash handbook, a tax assistant cash book, and a village bank book. And the next is the financial statement that are used in the responsibility of the village head to the region and mayor are the accountability report on the realization of the implementation of the village budget. And then the accountability report is also accompanied by the village ownership report. Materi. This is about the some village accounting record set out in Permendagri 113 2014. The use of the cash basis caused several problems such as non-cash receipt or expense are not reflected in the financial statement, and the use of a single entry caused the village ownership report to not be equated with a balance sheet that should reflect the basic equation of accounting: asset equal to liability plus equity. And the third is there is no obligation to make notes on financial statement, so that the information presented does not necessarily provide complete information to user of financial statement. And the last is the concept of consolidating village financial report has not been seen with the financial statement of local government, even though the village has received fund allocation from both of central government and the region transferred through the APBD. Maybe enough my presentation about chapter 3 about the financial accounting, financial statement of government pure public organization. I'm sorry if there is some mistake because I'm still learning. Hopefully my presentation will give you knowledge about public sector accounting. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.